Game crashed. If I focus on the braziers from the start, I think I have a reasonable chance of succeeding in this. I need speed. You don't attack.
Don't move.
It won't do any good. It's an instant death, but I'll survive it.
By my direction, attack!
I target him now. I need at least a couple to bring the defenses down. Not sure if I'm gonna survive if he starts attacking me directly.
This ends here!
Yeah, and I'm dead. Not quite, I think I have a hit point still left, so not even close. He's a tough son of a bitch. Is this a 4th level spell? It is, he might have immunity to this. Did not see that coming. It would be the only spell that counters it, so we would have to have something besides higher than a lesser spell breach to affect them. Yeah, it would have to be a normal spell breach at the very least. A greater one, whatever. Right. I think I'll need to try to cover my own ass at this point too. He's not the kind of guy that I can just take the hits. I won't survive that. Still, can't do too much against him. Right, he's absorbing all the levels, and I can't. The thing that bothers me is that I should be able to bring those defenses down, but for some reason against him it just doesn't work. Now it seems to have worked. I suppose he could be replenishing his defenses. I haven't been paying too much attention. Alright, there we go. Taking damage though. Is he gonna die? Still didn't go exactly all that well.
What do you want?
How long is that gonna take? I mean, the fight is already all long over. Couldn't I just choose somewhere to end it? I don't want to talk to him while it's there. There's every time I've done something like that when all these combat something is on and I'm trying to do something scripted or conversation, there's a good chance something doesn't go exactly as it's supposed to go and you're gonna end up paying for it. I'm trying to avoid that.
Yes, hello to you.
You have bested me. Rumors of your prowess are not exaggerated, Roland of Edinburgh. Didn't want to fight in the first place. I left you no choice, as you left me no choice but to attack. There's far too much at stake here, more than you can possibly comprehend. So why don't you just explain it then? I cannot describe the appearance of a building before the walls have been constructed. I had been making progress before you arrived. You have interrupted my experiments to the detriment of the entire city of Syrian. Remember this when the city falls to the order of the Obsidian Eye. Well, I'll remember it. There should be one level higher still left. I need to rest. I have no way to deal with traps, no way to detect them. Not pixies, no ebonine, no spells. Journal of Arciferous Glen. The handwriting on this thick journal, signed by one Arciferous Glen, has the tidy form of a well-educated individual. There are entries dating back to nearly 10 years ago. A few passages catch your eye. The lizardmen have been enhanced greatly and have been released into the sewers for study. They are merely hatchlings and are not likely to pose a threat to society, but their maturation rates are very rapid. I suspect that an army of these creatures would be formidable. I suspect that there is great power to be harvested from the unicorn horn. The creature did not survive long once it was extracted. Its disposal must be clean lest the meddling Gaians get a wind of it. I have opened the gates to the enclave to the Mythicans, so they might do their research in the sanctum below. The enclave protests, but there is no longer a need for privacy now that I have stopped our experiments. I will not raise my son in such an environment. His mother would not have approved. May she rest in bliss. I have handed leadership of the enclave to Sigmund, a couple of years ahead of my original plan. There is no choice, as enclave duties are taking too much time away from my research. He's still far too reclusive and does not like to communicate with people. I hope he is ready to wear the mantle of an elder archmage as he was meant to. The last of my possessions have been moved to the west slums where I can pursue my research in relative sanctity. There's a well in the garden where I can dispose of the materials. This will poison the drinking waters, but it takes too long to dispose of the reagents properly. I'm running out of time. Well, we have the confession from the man himself now.
Not a chance.
Okay.
Ipu, Soleno, Samaska!
We
Not
literally
a
cannot
chance.
destroy it either, so we have to rest now. Ring of Sorcery. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth level extras. Casting. Spellcraft plus 10. Very good ring. We have no rings, so yay for us. I don't want to use the Ring of Insight. Extra lore could be useful here and there, but Journal of Zygmunt Spectoris. This journal is written and signed in the long neat scroll of Zygmunt Spectoris. It appears as though he only started using it 5 weeks ago. A couple of passages catch your eye. It appears I'm not the only one in Syrian who sees a threat among the cultists. The Azarites have dared to capture some for interrogation despite the protest of sympathizers and the usual whining of the Valenurians. I have scribed the location of the Azarite prison. They keep their cultist prisoner beneath the temple district, which is the last place the Valenurians would think to look. Lady Tianara has wisdom even if it is overshadowed by her unconstrained personality and youth. I shall continue to watch their activities. The Azorites have not succeeded in breaking the cultists using conventional interrogation techniques. Though they appear to be common civilians, they possess a resolve that borders on zealotry. Last activation stone. We do need to rest. Need Evanine or the pig seed.
Fair
Not a
enough.
chance.
Fair
Not a
enough.
chance.
Hello there.
Rachel rope of Mystic, Vex, Hex, Boots of Escape, Ice Storm, Legend Lore, Shadow Shield. So she wasn't able to identify much. Right. However, Boots of Escape. -2 Constitution in exchange for Freedom and Haste. Okay, the Haste would already be very good, but Freedom on the top of that, that would make you immune to paralysis and slow effects, so it is very good. Yeah, Montador, you take it. The extra hit points are nice, really. They genuinely are, but they're not that nice. And I could certainly use the extra hit points. Currently, the fact that I have spell immunities is the only thing keeping me alive. Very small level. Sigmund's notes. There is progress in my experiments as I can now force the creatures into their native forms. It would be wise to keep a supply of restoration scrolls nearby, as these creatures can drain the very life energy from their victims. The walls have been soundproofed from the creatures' cries too late, as the Valinurians already suspect the nature of my work. They will likely demand an investigation of the enclave soon. Glowing red eyes peer out at you from the darkness. With a furious roar, they leap out of the shadows toward you. Hasted, critical hit immunity, disease immunity, poison immunity. Seems
By
like they're
my
strong
direction,
on physical
attack!
attacks. Right. I want to kill them.
No quarter!
Be at least another. Right. Montador can see them. Guess if I cast detect invisibility, I should see them too. So those would be the cultists. Huh. Force the creatures into their native form. Cultists and zealotry. There's at least a connection. Cultists and shadow creatures. Still, I'm not leaving here until I can make my wand. Question is, where am I gonna get a gem? That would be one option. Obelisk. So that means we're going to have to fight these creatures here. Are you immune to everything? I can't have him be around here. I need to take care of him before I can go to the obelisk. For fuck's sake,
By my
people, help
direction,
your
attack!
own people.
To battle!
It's very hard to hit. It might fall onto me to just take care of him.
Ortano for
Right.
Ortano for Digyama. Ortano for Digyama.
1,000 experience points. So I suppose he was supposed to be tough. They couldn't do anything to him, so I believe it. Still, some people alive in here, that's unacceptable. I've been detected. Summoner has detected me. Ooh, he's coming to investigate. Excellent.
By my direction, attack!
Mm, that won't save him.
Ortano for Digyama.
By my direction, attack!
No, 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 no. Could you
By my direction,
pieces of shit do something? There we are.
Hold this spot. Don't go.
Out of our way!
By my direction, attack!
I think I need a better one of the breach spells. It's not like this is a bad one, but in a serious fight I can't have myself wasting 2 to 3 turns casting the same spell over and over and over again. And it is... I need to also compare the spell list available with the breaches. Are they identical, or are the higher level ones able to breach spells that the lower level one won't? And just an obelisk with no purpose. So what the fuck is the gem then? Empower the gem. Probably not the 59 bullets there, so there's a glass tube here. Ah, blue gem. This precious looking gem pulses with soft blue light. I would imagine that's it. When the fuck did I power that? No idea. I think it was the two. I don't actually recall what it was, what floor. Doesn't matter. You should report this to the authorities, right? Sigmund's experiments. We need to deal with the drinking water situation too. I guess I'm going to put a stop to it, but that means another wizard that I have to basically take out. Okay, save. We needed a gem, for fuck's sakes. Gem, bone wand, the eye, earth mepid eye, whatever that happens to do. and dispel. Right. You create a planar wand. What does it do? It has Entangle, Greater Stone Skin, and Stone Hold. I have no idea what Stone Hold is. 1 use per day, once per use per day, 1 use per day. Greater Stone Skin is actually nice. It's sort of... It's full of meh. That's what it is, but I don't mind having it. We can easily switch around the spells. What the fuck is Stone Hold, though? It's not a wizard spell. That's why I'm curious about it. Entangle I know, more or less. It's fairly worthless, but Stone Hold. That could be a paralysis type thing. So potentially very useful in certain situations. Either way, I'm leaving. I'm going to go talk with the wizard trying to heal his son. There's not going to be a happy solution with this. Either I'm going to let a lot of slum people potentially perish, or just for a already sick little boy, or I'm going to have to kill the father and maybe deliver the boy somewhere where he can be treated, but he will probably still die. So someone's gonna die. Okay, this is not good. Shadows are blue for some reason. This perspective.
Hello.
Might as well report all this shit to the authorities at the same time. I'll also end it at that. I'll talk to the temple people, the two chosen I didn't talk to yet. Talk about their fates. It seems like I could also go rescue some cultists that have been interrogated and held prisoners by the Azarics. Okay, some notes. I'm going to need some kind of a proper spell mantle. It doesn't have to be too strong, just anything. And I'm going to need a higher level spell breach.
Hello.
Sorry, but I cannot allow you to continue.
No, I will not let it end like this. I may be exhausted, but I'm more than a match for you. Zachary, get out of here.
By my direction, attack!
What is he going to cast? The premonition, very likely. And the premonition is gone. And he'll die a few seconds after that. Yeah, it sucks. But it was just a matter of how many people are gonna die. For the greater good.
Hello.
Put him out of his misery. Right. I'm taking you to someone who can help you. Take him to a temple. Right. Not sure if they can help him, but it's sort of besides the point. It's more or less of a variation of what happened in the first module. Just because, well, there it was revenge, but more or less the same. Because of the actions of the few and their selfish actions, they're putting a lot of other people at risk. Jesus fucking Christ. Probably need to exit the game. This cannot be healthy. Although I've noticed some shadow irregularities from time to time. Nothing this bad though. I'll take on the boy first and report the successes for the Balaner people. Okay, there's captives somewhere, so either here or here. A secret holdout for the Temple of Azarex.
You are welcome here.
Can you help this sick child? Alorian takes Zachary from you and examines him with caring hands and saddened eyes. I will try my best to help this child, but blood decay is an uncurable disease. Thank you for bringing him to me. Is there anything else? At least he doesn't have to die alone and uncared for. Even an evil person could have made a deal. I feel a neutral person could have made a deal too. I mean, some slum people in exchange for potentially finding a cure for currently uncurable disease. It's not a nice trade to make, but it is sometimes. You pay the price in order to achieve something useful. It's still not a good thing to do, but sometimes you are willing to pay up, do an evil act to get a sort of something that you view as a
Hello.
greater good. Poisoned water supply. Tell him about Arciferous Glen. Sir Nestor shakes his head sadly. It is truly tragic that a caring father must perish to save innocent civilians. But what of his son? Sweet Lady Alorian. Well done, Voland. If there is anyone capable of helping that child of Insivian, it is Lady Alorian, for her skill with healing is unmatched. Though you are no doubt in no mood to receive a reward under these circumstances, just as I am in no mood to dispense one, you nonetheless have earned a token of Balanor's gratitude. I have in my possession a pair of gauntlets that can heal wounds once per day. Alternatively, you may have a sum of 15,000 gold pieces. Uh, I'm not sure if I care for the gloves. I don't need it because I can use Delstering Compulsion, and I don't trust their companions to effectively use anything. So I'll take the gold. Do you want anything
Hello.
else? You and your fate. No, I'd rather ask the Chosen. I do need to report the happenings in the Mythicus temple too.
Well met. Hello.
Um, I can't. I'll leave it for another time, and I'll also talk to Sir Baldur at that time.